let's do something completely new.
Like what?
Like make a board game together. We and Janis have been talking a long time that we want to make a board game together. What would be even more awesome would be making it together with you guys.
Get some feedback from you, involve you in the process. To some extent, obviously, we make all the final decisions. But we will listen to what you have to say.
You will be able to follow along the whole journey from just the ideas from basically nothing.
That's what we have right now, right? What do we have right now?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. From zero to hopefully hero.
Even if it's a hangover.
If even BoardGameHangover creates a hangover game, we're gonna follow through and see what comes out in the end.
Awesome thing is that you have actually created a game.
I have co-created, let me just count, 1, 2.
Yeah, and one of them is very rewarded game as well, right?
Yeah, it's high school. It's a kids game. Yeah, I created a kids game.
So we kind of know what to expect, and we just want to put it all together right now and tell you guys what's the plan. Already try to involve you in the process.
Usually, creation of the game starts, well, in my experience, in 2 cases. First, you have a great idea. You're like, you know what? I really want to create a board game about YouTube channel. That'd be great. There's resources and then there's viewers and everything. Just the theme is enough, or an idea for mechanism. For example, I don't know, I have these cool magnets. They stick real nice. Maybe I should, create a game around that. So that's one way the games usually work. The second one is somebody requests you to create a specific game. For example, the most common thing is IP games. Any Disney games, Marvel games, somebody can say, okay, we need to create a Marvel game for this. And then you do the game for that IP. Sometimes it's the other way around. You create the game and you think that'd be great to get an IP for that. And now I need these.
Bless you.
Thank you.
We don't have an IP, right? So we
have
should...
BoardGameHangover IP.
So I guess we start with an idea, right?
Yeah, so what you're saying is IP small? So we'll start with the idea, which would be either theme or mechanism. Once you have the idea for either mechanism or theme, or you have an IP that's bigger than ours, is this inappropriate?
I don't know.
Then you can move on to the next step, where for me it's usually writing down like a short pitch for the game. For me, it helps me to structure the direction I'm going. This, so far, was the easy part.
Right.
Then comes creating the first prototype. Doesn't have to be beautiful, doesn't have to be, something very fancy or anything. Just, cut it out and draw with a pen or anything, because you're probably gonna change it right after the first half play. Here we go in the tough part, which is kind of a loop where you create a prototype, you play test it, and then you make changes. Then you play test it, then you make changes. What do you do after that?
You playtest it?
And then?
You change it?
Yep. And pretty much so, this continues until you either say, that's done, I think the game is done, or forever. That's your 2 options. It's either forever or you think the game's done. Or you run out of money or time.
What happens when you say, all right, that's it?
Okay, now that your prototype is done, well, at least that's what you think, right? Now you probably are thinking how to publish this. You can try to publish it yourself, which has become accessible through crowdfunding platforms like Kickstarter. But it will take a lot of time and money investment before you even get to the Kickstarter, because you have to hire somebody to draw the artwork. You have to spend time putting the Kickstarter project together. You have to talk to manufacturers who might manufacture your game in the end. So that all takes time and money, which you might not have. The other option is pitching it to the publisher, which is also hard to do because publishers get pitched a ton of games all the time. Easiest way to do it is through fairs. You just take your game, you go to the fair, you arrange a meeting beforehand, and then just show your game. As you might know, not a lot of fairs have been happening up to this point, so that's quite hard. And just emailing your idea, probably gonna get lost in the mail. Percentages of you getting published are not very high. But it can happen, because when you send the game, you don't know who's gonna look at it at the other end. He might not like sci-fi games, he might not like YouTube, and then the game about YouTube, no way, I'm not even looking at it. So you don't know who's gonna be at the end, so there's a little bit of luck involved. If the publisher takes the game up, then pretty much you sign a contract and just, that sounds very simple, but cash in the royalties, which you get paid yearly. And then you don't have to think about it anymore. But a lot of creativity from that point on is out of your hands. They will decide how it's going to look like, they're going to draw the artwork, they might change some things. So that is another option. We might try both. We might try just one, but you're gonna be here for the journey, so you see where we get.
It's gonna be a huge experience that we knew that we want to do and we would have done anyways, and we thought it would be really awesome if you would just come along and see how it goes.
And I feel that we could help each other, because maybe you were interested in how the game is created and what the processes are, and we might be interested in your feedback. We will be interested in your feedback. So, I mean, it just feels like we could help each other and just have fun while we are doing it.
The next video we're probably gonna make is a video about the ideas, about the first steps that we're gonna do. So be sure to subscribe to not miss out on that. As well as this time we really want to for you guys to leave any comments, any questions, anything that you know surrounds this process.
Whatever you think we should do on this series, or what kind of game you would like to see created, just throw in everything in there and we'll just see.
That's it for us this time. Thank you for listening, mostly to Janis, but I mean, I'll be there next time.
So next time we're gonna come up with the theme and or first mechanism.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sounds really good.
See you next time.
See ya.